And just like that, we are ready for Spaghetti running Ollie-Oop. Make sure you guys get your donations in for that costume bid war right now because your time is going down to the wire. But at this current moment, it is time to toss it over to Spaghetti. So whenever you are ready, Spaghetti, take it away.
Spaghetti. Yeah, this is Ollie-Oop. This is a cool retro-inspired 3D platformer slash collectathon indie game. It actually just released this year, a couple months ago, and I've had my eye on it for a while. Once it came out, I played it all the way through and loved it, so I decided to try the speedrun for it, and so far I've been having a ton of fun with it. It's a really cool game. It's got some fun little mechanics, and it's super cute because you're just a dog on a skateboard, so what's better than that? Yeah, like Zojalix mentioned, there is a costume bid war for this run, and it's gonna be at the beginning of this run during the tutorial level. So I'd like to know if what the current one is at, so that way I know what to pick when we enter.
Yeah, I'll give this one more refresh just to make sure any last minute donations have not come through. And it looks like they have not. So, unfortunately, we must wear the cone of shame.
You know what? I feel like that's fitting because, yeah, if nobody else donated, I feel like the cone of shame makes sense in a way. It's kind of ironic. But I love it though. We're gonna go with that. Cool. All right, so timer is gonna start once I hit play here on this remote control. So time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. So yeah, this game, it's about this little dog named Ollie, and I think I actually never thought about it, but I think the lore is like him falling asleep on the couch with the TV on. Oops. And I think he's just like dreaming about all the different levels that he's going to while the TV is playing in the background. So the game is just teaching us what we're supposed to be doing here. It's teaching us how to grind, how to bark. I actually grinded a bunch of times by accident there, but okay. It also teaches us the ability to bark, which we use for certain things, and the ability to pick up items. We can also throw items by barking, so we'll be able to do that for certain missions as well. These dog houses are in every level, and this is where you go to change your outfit. You can also change your board. There's different boards you can get too, but we're just going to focus on the costume today. Where is that cone of shame? There it is. Cone of shame.
Oh no,
So
not
as you
the
saw-
cone of shame.
Yeah, cone of shame. So we get cupcakes or pupcakes for completing a mission. And the category I'm doing is all missions. So we're going to be doing every single mission in the game. Basically collecting every pupcake. Although, when I say collecting every pupcake, we won't be physically collecting every pupcake. We just need to complete the mission because the game is pretty generous on how many pupcakes you need to collect before you can unlock the next level. So we actually don't need to grab most of them. A lot of the ones that we get, just like by beating certain missions, we can just unlock every level that way without having to grab every single pupcake that spawns.
Not the pumpkins.
Yeah, so there's a lot of funny missions in this game. There's some of them where it's just like break stuff, and then there's some where we have to go fetch things, a fetch quest, which is pretty fitting because you're a dog. This is, I missed it. So this is one of the fetch quests where we have to collect these newspapers for one of the neighbors here. And so we just go over to this house. He tells us a dog joke, which I'm just gonna skip for speedrun's sake. Also, if you notice, the timer is still going for the pumpkin mini game, and that's because it'll keep going until you break every cupcake, until you break every pumpkin. But you actually don't need to break every pumpkin to beat it. It just requires you to break at least 25. So instead of wasting time and destroying every pumpkin available, we're just going to break the minimum amount and then go and do other missions while that one's still going. Once the timer eventually hits 0, it'll be completed, and then it'll give us the cupcakes for that pumpkin mission. Here's another mission for this level where we're supposed to water, or what we're supposed to do here is get the birds off this guy's satellite on his roof, and watering that fountain brings the birds off of his satellite, so he rewards us with some cupcakes there. The last newspaper I need is here, so conveniently enough. I'm also grabbing bones and sticks on the way because those are another mission. So the way I've routed it is just grabbing those along the way while I do the other stuff.
Is now a good time for a quick announcement?
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
All right, so we are opening up another bid war here, guys, because if you didn't, since you guys wanted apparently to put Ollie in the cone of shame, I can't believe you, Twitch chat, we are now going to give you guys the option to name Ness for the upcoming Earthbound run. There are 4 options that are available. There is, let me get them pulled up here, Tony, Buzz, Bubble, and King. So if you would like to see Ness to be named anything other than Ness, you have these 4 options available to you. So use !donate in the chat so that way you can get the link to donate, and you can use !incentives to remind yourself of those various options. And just as a reminder too, any dollar amount that you donate goes directly to the Real Hope Project. So this is a great way that you can influence our runners as well as raise some money for an incredible cause.
Nice. Make sure to donate towards that. That's going to be cool. I'm sure there's some funny names you can use for that run. I don't know if you saw there, but for some reason the pumpkin minigame didn't complete. I don't know why. This game is still pretty new, so that's happened to me once before. I think what could have happened was that I was in the middle of talking to another character, and maybe that broke it. So let's just hope it completes this time. If not, I'll go break all the pumpkins. But the minigame I did there was a little soccer game, and you just have to make 10 goals, which is pretty easy. That little dog unfortunately can't jump high enough to block you. And then I also turned in some bones to a different dog, and that gave us some more cupcakes too. This last one that I'm going to be doing is having to collect 20 sticks so that this bulldog here can build a bridge to get the cupcakes over there. Cool. And then let me just double check in here. Okay, so the pumpkins are the only ones I need left. Ideally, like I said, they would have been broken by the time I turned in the bones and I would have completed the mission, but I guess we can just run over here for fun. Let's see if I can break them all before the timer runs out. No, it's fine though. Cool. Once you see this board unlocked menu pop up, that means that we've completed every mission in that level, and that's what gives you an extra board design. So that's just a good way of knowing that you did every mission there. But we're gonna go to the next level here. We only need 5 cupcakes to unlock this one. We're already at 9, and I didn't even grab all the ones that we were rewarded with there, so that's pretty nice. This level's pretty cool. This one is the western town. There's a puzzle here that you're supposed to hit these chests in a certain order. I just memorized what it was. So it's 5, 2, 4. Cool. And then I will grab one of these. I believe I need at least one of those to have enough cupcakes for the next level. This level, I think, is the longest level, at least so far. I did not mean to grab that bacon. Yeah, it's a pretty big level, and some of the missions in this one are a little longer. This one here is one of the longer ones. So we're supposed to go corral all these chickens. You can actually move during this cutscene, but I haven't figured out what direction to hold to be able to get to a chicken close enough. But ideally, you should be able to like at least scooch up. See, I ended up over here for some reason, but you should be able to ride up like ideally to at least one of these, so you can do it a little faster. And we'll be using a something that we learned at the beginning here, which was the grinding mechanic. It's just easier to get up here, being able to do that. There's a bunch of areas where we're grinding just to make the movement a little bit easier as well. There's other collectibles in this game that I'm not going to be collecting for this route. And each level has like about 2 different extra collectibles you can get. So this level has the bacon bits that you saw, and then the wanted posters of Ollie. I'm not sure what he's being wanted for. I never thought about that. It's kind of funny. But that could be a category for 100%. I haven't done it yet, but it's in the books. And it would be a bit longer since every level has a lot of extra collectibles like that. Cool, so one more chicken after this one. Yeah, the movement in this game is really fun though. You build up speed really quickly, which is pretty satisfying when you can just kind of zoom through the level. Alright, so that's that. And then from here, we're gonna go over this way. Try to remember. Okay, it's over here. The next mission I'm gonna do is gonna be using another mechanic that the game hasn't actually mentioned yet, but it's this like first-person dog view. There's like certain levels that have these smelling areas like this, and there's just hidden cupcakes underneath them. So it's just teaching us about this mechanic. It's pretty cool because when you're in that dog POV, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the color changes to mimic like dogs being colorblind. So I thought that was a pretty cool little feature, little Easter egg.
So cute.
Yeah, it's so cool. Here we're racing another dog, and we're just gonna smoke him because Ollie is just built different. Yeah, he's like way back there.
That's so funny. So this game, you picked it up and routed it all yourself, right?
Yeah. Currently I'm the only runner, but I've been encouraging people to pick it up because personally I'm not that very good at routing games. I can find glitches like nobody's business, but routing has never been my strong suit. So I've actually put out, I guess you can call it a bounty. I guess I can make it public here too. If anybody wants to help me route this game, I will gift them a copy of the game so they can help me route it. So just throwing that out there.
Oh snap! Free
Okay,
speed game.
Yeah, free speedrun, guys, and you can most likely beat my time. So free world record. Cool. So here you can actually move during this cutscene as well. What we're supposed to do here is get all these hay bales. No, not hay bales. Tumbleweeds. There you go. You're supposed to get these tumbleweeds into this like fenced up area. I don't know if this is the intended way of doing it. I think it wants you to pick up each tumbleweed individually, but I found it's way faster if you just yell at them. So yeah, we can get most of them in there like that. Sometimes they're a little finicky and they like to fly away, but yeah, I find that just barking at them like this is a lot easier. There's one more that got away from me. He's basically saying like, get in there! I think that's what dogs yell when they bark. They're usually pretty angry and vocal.
Get in there! Get in there! Get in there! Get in there!
It's like a dog herder. What do they call it? Like a shepherd?
Oh yeah, shepherd dog.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool. So here's our buddy again. This time he's a miner. So he had some of his miner dog friends get stuck in this cave. So we're gonna go rescue them. We're gonna go save them. Be a hero. I I think I go this way. I always forget which way to go here. I think I'm supposed to turn this way. Let's just say this way. Okay, yeah, it was this way. So yeah, we're gonna rescue all of the trapped mining dogs, and we're just using some handy dandy dynamite that's just laying around. Oops, they all blew up there. I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because I'm barking instead of picking them up. There we go. So yeah, you're gonna be picking up and throwing things a lot in this game, but it's a pretty fun mechanic once you figure it out.
I love how much of this game is just either like barking on something or picking it up and throwing it, and so you just spend the whole time either barking or grabbing things, all while just cruising around on a skateboard.
Yeah, doing sick flips. It's pretty funny. Sometimes the dynamite glitches like that if you get too close, but if you're too far, it also doesn't lock on, so it's like a weird middle ground. Like there, I was too far, so it didn't actually hit the this gold ore. There we go. So this is like another mission that I'm doing at the same time. It's just some gold. Ollie is just like he's just like smelting gold here, just cause we're supposed to do 3 of those. So there's one. Oops, no grindy. The grind button and the pickup button is the same. So sometimes if those 2 things are next to each other, he ends up doing the wrong one.
Interesting.
Cool. Alright, I think that's the last dog that's trapped in here. So now I just need to do this. And then one more gold bar, and then we'll be set. There's another mechanic in this game that I haven't talked about yet, but we'll be using it in a second. Oh wait, I don't need to break that. There's another one here. Whoops. So in every level, the developer included an option to to warp back to like the beginning area of the game, and the reason for that is because there is a way for Ollie to go too extreme and too pro skater, and sometimes he can accidentally clip into the floor and other various walls. So because of that, the developer put in an option to unstick Ollie, and basically what that means is it warps you back to where you start the level. And I do that there to get out of the cave faster. It's actually slightly faster to do that and then skate back over to the entrance instead of having to go all the way through again. I also didn't collect those cupcakes because we're going to be pretty good on cupcakes for the rest of the run. Oh, I'm actually missing one mission, and I told myself not to forget it, and I did. I know where it is though. It's over in this area. I always forget this one. So this mission is just, oops. This mission is just finding the secret area. It's there's like hints throughout the level, but it's just this little cactus patch over here, and it just wants you to bark in it. There we go. So that just gives us cupcakes. I always forget to do that. Even in my run, I think I forgot it. Cool, so next level. Uh-oh. Okay, I can fix this. Hold on. Sometimes if you mash the hold on. Sometimes if you mash the control too quickly, he can accidentally you can accidentally, like, I don't know what it is, you just glitch the remote and I can't see what I'm pressing. So I was just kind of blindly entering that level there. Cool. So this level's pretty sick. This one's kind of like a nod to like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, because throughout the level or throughout the game we don't really have like a combo meter, but this level is the only one, this level and one other is the only ones that do. There's also these letters that we collect, which is skate, just like in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. Sometimes he has trouble getting out of these bowls. Okay, we're just gonna... There we go. There's also like these breakable objects we're supposed to find. So the levels, or the missions in this level are just like straight up like a love letter to Pro Skater games. It's pretty cool. Oh, get out of the bowl, doggy. There we go. Okay, so there's a secret here that we're supposed to get. It's just like a VHS tape, or a cassette tape, sorry. And then there is another letter that we're supposed to collect up here. Also, I love the aesthetic in this level. It's like, it's supposed to be like Vaporwave, hence the name of the level. The level is called Pupperwave. It's pretty funny. Yeah, sometimes he'll get dizzy if you like are sliding or spinning around too much, which because of this like goo stuff that's here, he just like gets dizzy there.
The aesthetic in this level is wild, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny aesthetic. Also, the music in this, like, not just this level, but the music in the whole game is pretty nice. Okay, why am I struggling to like get out of these ramps? I think I'm pressing the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we don't need to collect the cheese. That's just those extra collectibles I talked about. The points do matter though. There is a mission. One of the missions is to get a certain amount of points. I don't remember off the top of my head how many points it is. It's a lot though. I want to say it's close to 1,000,000 points, if not 1,000,000 points. And you're probably wondering, I'm only getting like 1,000 points at a time. How the heck are you gonna get that many? Well, the game has a combo feature. If you bark, just like that, if you bark while in the middle of a combo, like grinding or in the air, it'll double your points for every bark. So your first bark will give you ×2, your second bark will give you ×2 of that, and then ×2 of that, and so on and so on. So what I'm gonna do here to get a ton of points is just spam the bark button. Yeah, you can do this like as long as you want. Let's see, once I land I'll get the points for it. Cool. So that was enough. The last mission I believe is going to be in here. It's this igloo. Yeah, I love doing that. It's so funny. I was messing around and I found like a circular grind, like a circular rail. It just kind of loops. And I was barking on it for like 5 minutes straight, and I was able to fill up the entire screen with like the combo words. It was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was like low-key wondering if the game would break, but it didn't. And yeah, my entire screen was just filled with all the combos. It was pretty funny.
I love how leaving the level you just see Ollie just sleeping on the couch. He's such a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good fella. I think that's him entering the levels too, like the different channels. So pause attacks. This level is it's like a Mars space themed level. This first mission we're gonna do here is fix this satellite. We just need to correct the positioning on it, and then one of the astronaut dogs or scientist dogs will give us some cupcakes for that. Oh. Oops. Okay. We're also gonna go over this way. This is the one level. This is where my like lack of routing really shows, because I feel like I do this level really poorly, and I can probably take off several minutes in this level if I just routed it correctly. But there's this dog that needs his like appliances turned on or whatever, and these metal rocks are what give like electricity, so he needs the power to turn on his TV in here. Cool. And then he just gives us some cupcakes for that. So another one that we're gonna be doing. Oh, I should have grabbed that rock. Oh, actually, I can grab this one. So another one we have to do here is one, collect these bones, and then also there's going to be some invisible bones, kind of like what we did in the western level by going into that first person like dog vision. Get in there. There we go. That'll just open this area. I need to go in here because there's one of these. Oh, did I grab it? Okay, I did. Yeah, there's two different dogs that need these bones. So one of them needs these like glowing ones, and then there's another dog that requires us to grab the invisible ones. And like I said, this is where my routing really falls apart. So I kind of just go wherever I can find them. I think the dog that needs this one is a robot dog, so that's pretty cool. And we'll see him in a second here. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here. There's another invisible one in this area, which is like a 0 gravity. Oh, I missed that. That's crazy. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's a little 0 gravity area, which is pretty cool. I think I have enough. Actually, I think I need 10, so I'm still short 2. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So here's one more, and I believe the other one's on this side. Oh, all the way across. Okay. See, guys, I'm making this so easy for you to beat my time if you want to help me route this game. Cool. So we're gonna go turn this in to this robot dog. Oh, I only needed 8. Oh, I need 8 of these. Okay, so he's the one who needs these ones. See, I also forget which dog is which. There we go. Okay, so he needs these, and I believe it's just 8. Perfect. And then this dog that's in the UFO is the one that needs the invisible ones. This UFO kind of just flies around the level, so thankfully it was right next to me, which is super cool. I didn't have to go chase it. Oh, am I still missing some? Oh, I got it. There we go. That was weird. I have to talk to him. I think I have to talk to him once to start the mission and then a second time to complete it. But either way, we got the message that we unlocked a new board, aka we completed all the missions there. This level only has one mission, I believe. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's just one. Yeah. Oh, this is the one that needs 1,000,000 points. I think the other one was only like 200,000. But we're basically just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna. This one's like a skate park, like free roam type level, and all you need to do is just get 1,000,000 points. So yeah, we're just gonna do a lot of barking.
The captions for all the bark noises are hilarious. Bark, woof,
Yeah.
scream, bork, yap, yell, but
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my
those are,
gosh,
like,
there's so many
common
barks.
I think this is 1,000,000. Let's see. Times 100. That should be good. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, instead of calling moves like kick flips, they call them like jumpies or something like that. It's pretty funny.
That's amazing.
Oh, I did the thing again. Stop doing that. Okay, there we go. And just like that, we're actually in the last level. So for this level, there's actually 2 different, I don't know what you would call it, like 2 different like areas, or I don't know. Basically, you can swap between nighttime and daytime in this level, and that changes what collectibles are available. So these little star bits I'm collecting are required for a mission in the nighttime. There's basically like a merchant that you need to buy cupcakes from, and he only accepts this form of currency. And then in the daytime they switch to coins, which we'll need for a different merchant. But we're actually stuck in like a in like this little like purple haze, and we can't exit this swampy area until this witch dog brews a potion for us. What he needs is a golden pumpkin, a smelly boot, which I just grabbed, and then a steak, which I'll grab next. Cool. And the steak is going to be over on this side, and then the potion he brews is going to be able to lift this like I don't know if I need the cooked steak. I'm just going to grab the cooked one. But yeah, this potion is going to be able to clear this like starry haze that's blocking the rest of the level so that we can progress. And just like that, it's daytime, but we will be switching back to nighttime to do that other mission I mentioned. So here I'll be grabbing a few coins, and then this next mission is going to require us to light some campfires. So we're going to grab a stick, as all dogs do, and we're going to light it on fire, as all dogs do. And we're going to carry it over to this area. I don't have to light this one here, but I do it just in case as a safety backup, in case I fall in the water. That way I don't have to run back to that campfire to light my stick up again. Okay, so there's one. And then the second one is going to be over here somewhere. I'm also grabbing these coins on the way when I can, because we're going to need them later too. I'll light this one as a backup as well, and I'm going to go for this like little skip here. If I can... Oh, I totally missed it. Alright, we'll try it again. The game wants you to use the lily pads, but it's like slightly... Oh, come on, Ollie. It's like slightly faster if you jump on the mushrooms instead. It's more of a direct line to the next little campfire area. Let me try to do it again here. I'm overshooting it. Okay, one more time. Oh, you almost did it. Okay, fine, I'll go the other way. So yeah, lighting up the campfires. I think there's only 3 of them, so we're already almost done with this mission. It just requires a lot of platforming, which can be tricky, but once you get used to like the skateboard movement, it's not too bad. There we go. Almost. Also, before I forget, there is another mission with these fairies. So I believe there's like six of them that you're supposed to find. But funnily enough, the hitbox for this first one stays here, so you can actually just keep interacting with the same one, and it thinks that you've like... Cool. It thinks that you've... Oops. It thinks that you've found all 5 of them, even though I only interacted with the first one. Like, the actual model leaves, but his hitbox stays. And yeah, that's just like a funny glitch that I found. So instead of having to ride around the level looking for the other ones, you can just do that instead. So next, let me double check actually. Okay, yeah. I was just make sure I got it, but it was checked off in the missions there. This next one is going to be like whack-a-mole basically. I can use this mallet if I wanted to and smack them with this mallet, but it's actually a lot harder to hit them. It's easier if you just bark at them. Otherwise I would have to like make direct contact with them to be able to count them as being whacked or whatever. But yeah, just barking is a lot easier, and sometimes you can get a 2-for-1 if they're like right next to each other and you bark, so that's kind of nice. Cool. And we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, where we don't have to sit there and wait for the timer to end. We can just, as soon as we hit the required amount, we can just leave. Now we have to break apart these barrels because the person who lives in this little watchtower thing needs them to be broken, I guess, to clear the way so it works again. I explained that poorly, but you get the gist. Alright, that was for the moles, and then we'll talk to this person here. Cool. Alright, and then we're actually gonna jump down here now. And we're gonna do some fishing. So this one I actually do need to pick up this net, otherwise I can't grab the fish. Let's see. You can actually grab 3 fish at a time. 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish. I don't know. Something Dr. Seuss. Oh, I missed it. There we go. And I believe we only need to collect 5. So there's 3. And just 2 more. They're a little finicky to grab. Sometimes they float just high enough for the net to miss. So you can like try to like jump sometimes to try to get them, but it worked out there. It's fine. Bam. There's the cupcakes that we don't need. And then we're gonna use our sick parkour skills here to just ride up this hill. If you spam jump, you can kind of just get up wherever you need to go, as long as you're building up enough speed. There we go. Right. So this next mission is a little jousting mini game. It's pretty cool. You have a plunger, and you're just supposed to break these pumpkins. You don't have to get all of them, thankfully. Like I literally just missed the first one. You just need to get 20. I believe there's 25 total, so you could miss up to 5 potentially and be okay. Yeah, it's kind of like a little auto scroller. If you want to chime in with anything, feel free.
Absolutely. So just so you guys know, we are currently still looking for any donations for the name incentive for Ness in the upcoming Earthbound run by Sushi Kishi. So make sure you guys get your donations in for that. For a donation as low as a singular $1, we'll be able to get any of our 4 names up on top. So please get your donations in for that. And just a little bit of a blip of what we're doing here. We're raising money for the Real Hope Project. The Real Hope Project was founded in 2016 by Pete and Casey Stanley, and they currently operate in 8 different states, including Minnesota, Wisconsin, Colorado, Idaho, Iowa, North Dakota, Nevada, and Wyoming. The Real Hope Project started with the hope to make their vision come true, a forever family for every child. The Real Hope Project works to achieve this goal by making videos of kids in foster care that are waiting to be adopted. Each of these videos costs around $600, and there are 400,000 kids in foster care, and 100,000 can no longer be reunited with their biological family. These videos that the Real Hope Project produces brings a kid's story to life. Instead of seeing a file of likes and dislikes, a prospective family can see the real kid. They get to know their personality rather than just see words on a page. The Real Hope Project brings these videos to churches and other organizations where families get to know the Real Hope kids. These videos have drastically increased the chances of kids getting adopted and finding their forever family. So guys, that's what we're doing here. We're hoping to help to bring a forever family for every child and do our part for those kids in need. So please guys, do get your donations in. Every single donation is very, very helpful. Even a donation as small as 25 cents increases the chances of a child being adopted. So please do get your donations in.
Yeah, thank you for that. Definitely check out the current incentive that's up. I want to see some funny names for that Earthbound run. Did I miss one of these? Okay, so this mission here just wants you to break all the pots. I think I'm missing one, unless I completed it and I didn't notice. Let me just go up here one more time and check. Did I get them all? There's actually a lot of missions in this level, so it's kind of hard to keep track sometimes. Oh, I did. What the heck? I didn't even realize. I could have sworn I didn't see the mission complete pop up, but alright. So yeah, that one's just break a bunch of pots. Another one is unlocking a chest, which I'm actually gonna do a little unstick ollie thing again. So I grabbed this key, and instead of having to go all the way back to the little town area where the treasure chest is, if I warp back to the beginning here, there's actually a fast travel point right here that makes it slightly faster to get back there. This takes us back to the town, and then the chest is right here, which I have to be careful to not mess up because sometimes, there we go. Sometimes the key can like clip underneath the ground if I throw it in the wrong spot, and I have to like restart the level. So thankfully that didn't happen. Also, I totally forgot to come on, guy. You don't want to buy from me? Okay, there we go. I forgot to buy my pupcakes there from that merchant. We're also gonna switch to nighttime now because the nighttime merchant only comes out at night. Makes sense. Cool. And then we only have a few missions left, and then the run is gonna be done. What I'm gonna do here is a sequence break. So we're supposed to ride all the way back up that hill where I was earlier to get inside the castle, but I'm gonna do a clip into this fast travel point here if I can get it. And you're not supposed to unlock this outhouse fast travel until you get into the castle, but to get into the castle you have to like answer some questions of this like guard that's in the way. But Ollie is being really stubborn right now, and he's not wanting to clip in. There we go. So if you like ram him hard enough, he'll just like, his hitbox will extend there and touch the fast travel point. I also have a carrot in my mouth because the royal prince dog here, which is actually the robot from the Mars level, he wants that's not what I wanted. He wants certain items to be delivered to him. So the first one is he'll just let you know that he's thirsty, so we gotta bring him some water. Let's see. Yep. And then he says he wants something orange, which is this carrot, which is way outside. And so I just got that ahead of time. That way I don't have to come back in here, or I don't have to travel all the way back to the beginning. He then wants a steak, but he wants it cooked. So you have to jump into the flame there and cook the steak up, which is pretty funny. Let's see. Now he wants a dessert. I too want something sweet after every time I eat. My girlfriend got me into that habit of like wanting to like get a sweet treat after we eat dinner or something. So I totally relate to the prince. So we're gonna grab this little strawberry, which funny enough we lose our cone of shame here because when we jump into that cake it gives us a strawberry on our head. So we lose the cone of shame at the very end, but it's okay because now we got a strawberry. If you see these pictures of the princes here, they all have a certain pattern. So hydrant, strawberry, there's a cheese there, and then the bone handle on the sword. That's going to be the pattern. That's going to be the pattern for these bells that we need to ring. And this is actually going to be the very last mission. Let me just double check. Okay, it is. So the time will be coming up once we get the screen, the menu screen pop up here. So hydrant, strawberry, where is it? This one. And then cheese. And once I hit this last one, time is up. And that is time on Ollie-Oop. So I think it's pretty neat ending the run on that mission because you climb all the way up the hill into the castle and at the very top there. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's all the missions in the game. It's still a work in progress. Like I said, this is a brand new game and it's just little old me that's been routing it. So it's still possible to bring the estimate down a lot. I think my current record was like a 45 minutes or 46 minutes, something like that. And I'm sure it can go down even lower. But yeah, I like showing this off. This is actually the first marathon appearance of this game ever, and the first time I've shown it off anywhere other than my stream. So you guys are the world's first people to see it outside of my stream. Thank you guys for letting me showcase this run. This has been an amazing 3 days, so shouts out to Zoljulix, Dr. Pi, Spyron, and everyone else behind the scenes that's been putting this event together. I've had fun hosting it, I've had fun running on all 3 days, and just being a part of this was a really cool experience. Stick around for the rest of the runs, and yeah, have a great day, guys.
Thank you so much for that awesome run, Spaghetti. And with that, everybody, we're going to go to a brief intermission here while we get ourselves set up for our next run, which is going to be Oregon Mike running Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back.